the coolest thing I think about the performance at Back to the Beginning was I believe I walked out to a crowd of people who didn't know me, or often a lot of them didn't like me or didn't understand me. But I really think it was the first time they maybe had something in common with me, and that was our love of Black Sabbath, and that was our love of our genre. And I think that's why people maybe have opened their ears, and a younger generation of rock music within the past 6 weeks. You can feel in the past 6 weeks a monster has woken up, and it ain't going back to sleep.
That's right, man. Yeah, and, you talking about Back to the Beginning, like that was one thing, one of many things that really stood out to me was just you had all of these incredible bands and artists and musicians on the stage, and there wasn't an ounce of ego coming through in the performance. Not a single person, try to prove they were the biggest Ozzy fan or the biggest Sabbath fan or anything like that. You had bands playing for 15 minutes and paying tribute to these guys, and it was just it was surreal almost.
It is surreal. I mean, the thing about it is you don't get on that bill unless you're real.
Yeah.
Like I think you don't get on that bill unless you're friends, friendly, and then comes Steven Tyler. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm trying to I was trying to pinch myself, being like, what fever dream am I in right now? Oh, and there's Zach Wild. Oh, and you know what I mean? It's like insanity, and yeah, I just feel like I feel like the luckiest kid in the world.
Yeah, I love that, man. Well, I mean, let's talk about Steven Tyler because it was pretty significant that day too to see Steven Tyler, who just like you had this stunning moment on stage for the world to see and
I mean,
remind
yeah,
people.
when he did a whole lot of love, I was like, what? It was
Right.
insanity.
Was that your first time meeting Steven Tyler, getting to spend time with him?
No, we'd actually the most of the songs had already been recorded before the Back to the Beginning.
Ah,
We were
amazing.
I basically, after I put out Hello Heaven Hello, the 9 minute song, a lot of rock stars started reaching out to me. A lot of people were like, "Wow, that took balls. We respect it." I had an idea. I was like, "Would you guys, as Aerosmith, be up for potentially doing a remix version of the middle section of Hello?" And what that turned into was us all getting on the phone, immediately hitting it off, and then arranging to meet in LA. We
Man.
got together. We got together in LA, and I'd secretly held a studio, um, across the road from where the guys were staying. I don't know, just in case, because you know what it's like when you first meet. It's like a first date, innit? Like you're either
Yeah.
going up, you're either going home together, or it's gonna be a disaster. You know what I mean? Like that's just what it is. And within 15 minutes, I knew it was on. It was like on quick. Me and Steven are so similar. We're so energetic and crazy and wild and free. And we got
Yeah.
in the studio, and Angel was written within 55 minutes. You know what I mean? I think My Only Angel was written within 55 minutes. And it was this explosion. And I didn't know what it was going to be. I knew they were going to wanting to make new music. I didn't know if I was coming as a songwriter or a producer, or just kind of a muse. You know what I mean? Because I've got that. You know what I mean? I've got that young blood, to pardon the pun. You know what I'm saying? That's what
Yeah.
Joe said. He said it was like, "Come in with us. You got that young spirit." And I'm in a booth, like a vocal booth, with Steven Tyler singing this chorus, going like, again, like, what is going on right now? And um and then we come into the mixing room with a board, and the control room, and we go like, wow, we sound really, really good together. And Steven goes like, I haven't met anyone who can hit those notes like me, uh vocally,
Yeah.
you know and we kind of started to compete. You know what I mean? There was this like trying to top each other competition that was so cool and so fun, that this explosion of color was coming out. And Joe and my producer Matty were in the room watching us do this, and Joe's like, I have not I can't believe it. Like, it was so sick that we were like playing with each other, and we were just messing around and trying to get higher and more
Yeah.
powerful vocally. you can feel that it's just exploding magic.
It is, man. Yeah. And I love the fact too, I had this assumption that this kind of came together quickly and maybe Back to the Beginning was the root of that. But I love the fact that you guys, shared the stage in Birmingham on July 5th and you had this secret. Like nobody else must have known this, right? But the two of you
No
knew.
one knew it.
That, I mean,
No one had a no one had a fucking clue. It was hilarious, and that's why, honestly, there was like strictly no cameras backstage.
yeah.
At Back to the Beginning. You know what I mean, unless approved. But it was so funny. My photographer snuck a camera in and caught that moment before someone took it out of his hand. We got a secret and nobody knows it, and it was so sick. You know what I mean?